So we'll have the Oberto in the water, and they'll go back and pick up the U7 Spirit of Detroit. Presents Boitano Homes. Jeff Bernard just out on the race course in the Y2 1-liter hydroplane. This
water-bound aerodynamic missile plummeting through the spray.
The unlimited hydroplanes, the powerhouses of boat racing.
I want to welcome our race fans who are watching on the H1 Unlimited live stream. Welcome back to Mission Bay. A beautiful day here. A little bit of high cloudiness. The last couple of days it's been absolutely cloudless, but we're going to have great racing today. We've got just a little tiny bit of breeze. It's 73, should be about 80 by the time we finish racing today. And we'll look at the wind, and right now, wind at 3 miles an hour. So we are ready to go racing on the Bill Munsey race course here. Mark Allen along with Kay Brewer, and we will bring all that action to you. Jeff Bernard is getting set in the Oberto Super Salami. He'll be the first boat out for H1 Unlimited testing this morning. Just to give you a little idea of the schedule for those of you who are watching on our live stream, H1 testing course is open right now, and they have the course until about 9:50. The Grand Prix will be out testing later, but we do have opening ceremonies at 10:20. Our Grand Prix racing will continue, but first of all, at 10:30, we have our H1 Unlimited Heat 3. H1 Unlimited Heat 3, and these times are Pacific Daylight Time, by the way. H1 Unlimited Heat 4 at 2:45 this afternoon, and our winner-take-all for the Bill Munsey Cup final championship heat here in the 2019 H1 Unlimited season at 4:10, the H1 Unlimited final. Spirit of Detroit presents Boitano Homes, the U7. Bert Henderson's ride coming off the trailer and heading toward the water. Looking down the pit row, we don't see an awful lot of slings on boats right now. A lot of activity around the boats, a lot of crews doing work on the boats, but right now, not so much in the way of boats coming to the water. We do have Jeff Bernard in the Oberto Super Salami. Latch is tight on the lid. Ropes are away. Everybody off the deck. H1 Unlimited hydroplane testing. The Oberto Super Salami with Jeff Bernard coming out onto the Bill Munsey Racecourse. So Jeff does the usual S-turn. That's designed to keep as much salt water out of the engine as possible. Used to be that they would go straight out, and that put a lot of salt water down that snorkel. So they tried a couple of different tactics, and now the S-turn out of the pit seems to be the one that keeps more salt water out of the engine than any other. Little trick they had up their sleeves to try to do that. As we get the speeds on the testing laps, we'll pass those along to you. Two and a half miles around the Bill Munsey Racecourse here on Mission Bay. Jeff Bernard just coming off of turn one up at the upper end of the racecourse. Testing on Friday, Jeff was looking right at 160 miles an hour for a test lap. Didn't qualify that fast, but the conditions were just ripe on Friday for some fast laps. Conditions were a little sticky yesterday when they did the fast lap Saturday for qualifying. And we'll get your speed for Jeff on his first time around. 157.026. 157.026. Jeff Bernard in the U1918, the Oberto Super Salami. Nice smooth run. Teammate Jimmy Shane up here, keeping an eye on Jeff. It's really neat to see the sun glint off that red and green reflective coloring on the Oberto Super Salami. Makes for a great shot here on Mission Bay. A few clouds in the sky this morning. They'll burn off as the day wears on. Be another perfect day here on Mission Bay. 157.714. 157.714 lap 2 for Jeff Bernard. So Jeff slows the boat down coming up the backstretch. Or speculate that maybe he's going to do a timing run here. I want to thank all our fans on Ski Beach and over on Fiesta Island for staying out of the water. We've got boats on the water. We've got to stay out of the water, off the sand, and back up into safe places up on that grassy area. And that's for your safety, safety of everybody else. Jeff Bernard brings the Oberto Super Salami back into the pit area. And I thought that might be what he was going to do because Jimmy Shane headed back down to the pits to talk with Jeff as he comes back to the dock. Meantime, Bert Henderson getting strapped into the U7. Spirit of Detroit presents Boitano Homes. Close the lid on the U7. So we'll see Bert out on the race course here shortly. Bert Henderson away from the dock, and the U7 Spirit of Detroit presents Boitano Homes. Team based in Detroit. Bert from Brockville, Ontario. First unlimited race for Bert here on Mission Bay in the Bill Munsey Racecourse. We talked to him earlier in the weekend. He said he'd been here racing some inboards, but not in the Unlimiteds. The U7, Spirit of Detroit. Bert Henderson slowly down the front straightaway, across the start-finish line right there. This is former Miss Budweiser, Turbine 5. One of the interesting things about this boat is how many drivers, different drivers, have driven this boat under the Budweiser ownership sponsorship. Ted Porter's racing team, and now the Spirit of Detroit. Boat has been driven in the past by Jeff Bernard, Mark Evans, Dave Vilwalk, Mike Allen, J. Michael Kelly, Cal Phipps, Jesse Robertson, and now Bert Henderson behind the wheel. Running out in about lane number 2. Bring you Bert's time here in just a moment. First lap was 127.835. 127.835 for the U7. This will be a lot faster lap. He wasn't really at full song as he headed down the front straightaway, coming out of the pit area and across the SeaWorld turn. You hear the hull of the boat slapping against the water as he comes through the SeaWorld turn. Bert Henderson off the turn, down the front straightaway. One 144.085. 144.085 for that lap. This hull has 22 wins. Watch Bert come up the backstretch here. 22 wins puts this hull 7th on the all-time list of winning unlimited hydroplane hulls. Needs 3 wins to tie its sister hull, the former T6, which is currently the Graham Trucking U12 at 25 wins. Move up to 2nd place. 149.385 last lap for the U7. So Bert slows the boat down coming up the backstretch in front of Ski Beach here on Mission Bay. See what he elects to do. And Bert will come off the race course, bring the boat back into the pits. They'll put it back on the trailer. Take a look at the data that they collected. See if they have any changes they want to make. Doing a little trailer firing of the U6, Miss HomeStreet, right in back of us. We are on the pit tower, which is at the north end of the pits. And if you can visualize our oval 2.5-mile race course, we are looking out across the SeaWorld turn right at the entrance pin to the SeaWorld turn.
Mark, I was able to grab.
Go ahead, Kay. Looks like maybe we need a new battery for Kay's handheld wireless microphone. We will get that changed out and get her back down on the dock.
Technical issue. Check. Check. In and out.
Okay, we think we got the problem solved, and Kay is on her way down to talk with Bert Henderson. All right, looks like Kay has corralled Bert Henderson. And let's find out what was going on out on the race course testing this morning with the U7.
All right, I got Bert Henderson. Bert, you are not unfamiliar with this course. This is the first time you've ever raced here in San Diego Bayfair. You've gone out for testing and qualifying. You're getting a little bit more familiar with the course. Can you tell us how this varies from other courses that you've run on the H1 circuit?
Well, it's salt water, so you're obviously got some changes with the higher density water. Coming down the backstretch, right by the bridge, it frees the boat up a lot. It's a great course, with long straightaways. You got to be careful, especially with the salt scoop on the boat. It tends to want to push the boat over a little bit, but it's challenging, but a lot of fun.
Well, can you tell us exactly what you're finding on the course that's challenging? Are there certain spots on the course that are more challenging than others?
Definitely at the bridge, where you get that wind coming across the bridge, it frees the boat up a ton, and then it also tries to push the boat over in the course a little bit. So you got to be careful and be mindful of that. But it is, like I said, it's just an awesome place. San Diego is awesome. The course is awesome. The people here are awesome.
Well, we're glad to have you here. This is your first year here. You've done wonderful so far. So we're looking forward to the first heat races coming on this afternoon.
Thanks, Kay.
You're welcome, Bert.
Before our race fans on the beach, Got J. Michael Kelly out in his 1-liter hydroplane. He was out earlier this morning doing some testing. We've run 4 1-liter heats already this weekend, 2 on Friday, 2 yesterday. Jeff Bernard won the 2 on Friday. J. Michael won the 2 yesterday. And they'll have 2 heats to run today, Sunday, here on race day weekend on Mission Bay. They want to make sure that the folks who are in the pit area, especially in back of our haulers, realize that this is a helicopter that's coming to land back there. Our air boss is back there. That is a rescue helicopter. And so we need to make sure everybody's got things battened down back there. There's a lot of rotor wash, and it happens every year. Stuff gets blown all over the place. So coming in for a landing here shortly. So batten down the hatches, please, everybody. For those folks on the beach, a 95-mile-an-hour lap for J. Michael Kelly in the Y1, the shenanigans. Actually, it says, let the shenanigans begin on the boat. And just for a note for our folks who are watching on the H1 Unlimited stream, you're going to hear a lot of different things while we're on the air because we're doing a play-by-play announcing for all of the various classes. We're also doing pit announcements and things like, hey, the helicopter's coming in. So you'll hear a lot of stuff that you might not ordinarily hear. We want to remind everybody once again, our helicopter is coming in for a landing, so get everybody tucked away safely, and anything that could be blown around, grab it, secure it. So for our folks on the H1 live stream, we're going to go dark for a little bit. Doesn't look like we have any other unlimiteds that want to go out and test this morning. So we will be back for the next unlimited heat. That is heat 3 at 10:30. So we'll be back just before that to get you through the countdown and the start, 10:30. So we'll be back at the 10:30 again. That's Pacific Daylight Time. See you then.